running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. As a nice run there gets them down to the 6-yard line. 1st and goal from the 6. Handoff right side to Nwangu. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangu. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there's an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a give. Akers running left. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now this throw caught left side, and he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time through the air, 31 yards. They'll run here with Akers. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Tua. And he's got his man on the out route. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Rosas good with the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Tua, they'll set up the screen here to Akers. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Open man, completes it to Claypool. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From midfield, here's Tua. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And the Vikingsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he's got some space here. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this, up to the 41-yard line.
Nice satisfying run up first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
From the 41, Tua. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. On
1st and 10, here's Brady. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful. Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah. You can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness, that's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing now is Brady. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Here's Brady. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he will have a Vikings 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route. But he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
From the gun, it's Brady. Flush to his right. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that's a tough one for the defense because the coverage was good downfield. He was forced to work his way out of the pocket to his right, spotted his man on the sideline, and got it to him to pick up the 1st down.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss down.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked up by Ashton Davis. And the Vikings are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
2nd and 5 now. Brady. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing. A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 36, Brady. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 39.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Roberson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before this series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
64 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Joseph's got it. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Now Tua. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw into the hands of Henry here. And the Rams are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end.
Touchdown! That's caught. Hunter Henry. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. PAT up and good by Rosas. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. Roberson, room to run past midfield. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Tagovailoa. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
This is Anderson. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Tua. Eluding the pressure right. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Brady to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown Vikings. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are on their way to a 2-0 start. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Of course, the game can't end with a defensive penalty, so they'll get one more crack.
So now you get an untimed play, which should be the last one, unless it happens again and there's another defensive penalty.
And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one are thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Minnesota, it was a